Hi, it's Jeff August, and I'm here with another Look Labs Speedlooks tutorial. And today's an exciting one because we're announcing that our Speedlooks are now universal. And so what does that mean? Well, we are using the cube format for our 3D lookup tables, and so the really good news about that is it's native in a number of programs, including the one I've got in front of you, DaVinci Resolve. If you've followed our other Speedlooks tutorials, you'll see this is ProRes 444 footage from the Alexa that I'm playing through right now. So there's a number of places where you can enter LUTs into the workflow. Let's start with an overall approach, and if you click down here on your tools down in the bottom left hand corner, you'll come up with your project settings page, and it's already selected, but we've got a lookups table page. Now this is where you can look Speedlooks. It's one way to do it. I don't know if I would work like this all the time, but basically what we're going to do is let's load an output lookup table, and we'll click right here, and you'll notice that our Speedlooks now just show up in this list once you've got it installed. So what I'll do is I'm going to choose our Speedlook 3500 Clean F, and I'm going to hit save, and now I'll go back to my timeline, and we can hit play, and we can see that now we have our Speedlook applied right to the picture, and the image is looking great. You can see the scopes, everything's nice and maximized, all the ranges are nice, and our whites are white and our blacks are truly black. So the way you'd work now is you just work in a regular DaVinci workflow, and basically our look is now going to be applied over the entire movie that you do. But a lot of times you may want to incorporate multiple Speedlooks in your piece, and so what I'll do now is I'll show you another way to enter Speedlooks into DaVinci Resolve. So let's go back to our project settings page, to the lookup tables, and I'm going to deselect that and say no selected LUT, and we'll save that, and notice our picture now will go back to its log format. Now the Alexa log is log C, and that's the base log that we work with as well, is log C. So how do we enter a LUT on a shot per shot basis? Well, let's select our first shot here, and this is the way I would work with speed looks in DaVinci. I would create a separate node, so we'll create a corrector node, and we'll just zoom in on that a bit. And the idea here is, all I would say is you want to keep your speed look at the very end of your tree, and all the color corrections that you do, you want it to happen before it hits the LUT, before it hits the speed look. So on this corrector right here, we're going to right click on it, choose 3D LUTs, and you'll notice that Speedlooks now shows up. And let's choose that same clean 3500F. And you can see now that it is applied to your shot, and from this point what I would do is double click on your first base corrector node, and that's where I would do all your color correction. I'd actually leave this node alone, just leave it as your LUT and do everything before it. So in this case we might want to bring the gain down on the shot a bit, see more of the exposure in the sky, and you know, everything else is looking really nice, so we'll just play that shot. And you can see how Speedlooks just work right away. And again, Speedlooks are true 35mm film emulations. In this case, we're emulating a Fuji stock of film, hence the F. If I go over to this node here, right click on it and choose 3D LUT, we can actually go through the Speedlooks and see what for example, what a K for perhaps Kodak would look like. And boom, we've now changed the color space to something more similar to a daylight Kodak stock. And again, you can go in now and start to work underneath that LUT, darkening the shot down or doing whatever you need to do. Quickly just give you another preview of some other LUTs and Speedlooks. Another real popular one I love is 3528 Orange Gold, and it just gives you a really cinematic, really big look. And so in this case, again, I'll you know what, did I apply that LUT over there? Let's see. No, I didn't. Good boy. And now I'll just go lift up my blacks a bit, just open the shot up, and you can see, wow, It's got a really nice look, and again, Speedlooks currently has 5 digital film stocks or Speedlooks that we're selling, and we're coming out with 5 brand new ones, which are really exciting. So stay tuned for those. So let's go back to our look, and I'm just going to load up a. We'll go to our 3D LUT, and let's load up a nice clean look with the Fuji. And again, now I can go in and play my timeline down. And if I quickly want to copy the look from the previous shot, what I can do is with my center button on my mouse, which is the scroll wheel, I can just click on the previous shot, and it's done. And again, I'll just now step through my timeline, and I'll just apply. Step through my timeline, and I'll now step through the timeline. Oh, I guess I'll select that. I'll now step through the timeline and apply that look. So we'll just, there we go. Okay, so now what I've done is gone and applied just on a shot-by-shot level the Fuji look to every one of our shots. So now we can step through them and see that we've got our look going on every shot. And now what we want to do is just do our shot-to-shot color correction. So again, I go back to the first node on my first shot here and start to do all my work. Maybe darken down the scene a little, bring the whites down. Nice, that's feeling nice and comfortable. You know, step to my next shot and adjust it the way I want to. And you can start to see how the workflow is going to start to shape up. You know, maybe we'll take that down, a little saturation. But the benefit of what we're doing is we're creating a consistent look that's going to work across all your footage, and it will have a very consistent color palette. And that's one of our goals, is to create really smooth skin tones, and that's what film used to do, or still does, and beautiful blacks with lots of color information. So we've now applied our Speedlooks 2 different ways in DaVinci Resolve. I'm going to let you guys get your creative minds working and figure out how to combine these to make amazing cinematic looks on your own in no time flat. Join us again soon for our next tutorial. Thanks a lot. My name is Jeff August for Speedlooks.